Good evening, everyone. My name is Sainabu, and I will be reciting a piece entitled Growing Up. Before that, I would like to congratulate Mr. Abdou Komma. I want to say this is really a massive, massive, massive thing, and keep doing it. Yeah, I'm the third of four in my home. I am the baddest of them all. At age 4, I knew what is to destroy, so I smashed everything with my voice. My dolls and toys, the noise I enjoyed, the people I annoyed, my sorrows and joys is not a prattle, but a little bridle handling battles. With an ancient mind, I remembered everything I see, so I feed hearts with lies for mom to believe me. I whispered sweetly in her ears for favors in my endeavor. The whole family hated me, called me Foreign News, but as I grew, I became mom's junior, and she is a guru. And every morning, her yells I will hear. My school bell blows in my ears. I would tear the road with top chairs. In my school chairs, I fought my peers whenever they're there. First position, I never share every year. To my mom and dad, I am there. To them, I am the best of their mares. My siblings declared that unfair, gave me nightmares. Yet, in truth, there was more to this glare. And because of imprudence, my mind was dirty, malleable, sticky like mud. When mommy knew, she said, Kundobin ray sa maam bu gisee lu ñuul nga daw ba dee te jekku jekkali dafa xewi kon jéggaleel jëlaleel te jàngale. That docked out my brain and drew reality on its voice. She taught me how to speak, and since then my voice began to sound loud. My brain began to cook new ideas. My words started healing hearts, and like a goldsmith I weave everything in one puddle: poetry, songs, stories, all in one puddle. Now I bet you know why I don't giggle. My story cannot be your honey, so stop those rumbles and get to learn the parables. Because this is not a prattle, it's a little brittle handling battles. Thank you.
Ami Bojan Sisoho, Director of Press and Public Relations Office of the President, distinguished invited guests, guest speakers, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you all. In a world drowning in criticism, it is rare and powerful to find those who still choose to cheer others on. My name is Bintangai, and tonight standing here as a proud guest speaker and awardee of the Fatu Network Heroes Award Exemplary Youth of the Year 2024. I feel a deep sense of honor, gratitude, and unshakable hope to inspire the next generation of young leaders. I am a shy type, but please bear with me. Hope, because in moments like this, history is not just written, as said by the reviewer. It is rewritten. Hope, because when a poet dares to write, when a youth dares to dream, the world shifts forever. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we gather here not simply to launch a book, but we gather to launch a movement, a revolution of minds, of hearts, and of spirits. The great Abdou Komma gives us the blind bridges of love, a reminder that even when we cannot see the way, love dares us to build anyway. That even when the path is broken, leadership dares us to cross anyway. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, what does it mean to inspire a generation of young leaders? It means believing, even when belief seems foolish. It means speaking truth, even when silence feels safer. It means rising, even when you're rising alone. Leadership today and leadership tomorrow is not about titles or applause. It is about impact. integrity, and intention. It is about building blind bridges of love over the rivers of doubt, hate, and anger. It is about becoming light in a world too comfortable with darkness. Young people, hear me clearly. You are not just the future. You are the force of today. You are the heartbeat of nations yet unborn. You are the dreamers who will tear down the walls others said were unbreakable. You are the architects who will design the impossible and live in it. But to be honest, leadership will not be easy. There will be critics louder than crowds. There will be storms stronger than your sails. There will even be moments when everything inside you screams to give up. Go on anyway, with resilience, honor, and dignity. Because the world does not change when we whisper. It changes when we roar with purpose. It changes when we build bridges with fearless hearts. I have walked this road. I have stood in storms where I was overlooked, doubted, and underestimated because of my gender, even my age, my background, etc. I have survived accidents, both literal and metaphorical, and yet here I stand tonight, inspiring a next generation of young leaders. And this is so because purpose will always outlive pain. It is so because vision will always outshine fear. Abdou has manifested that, as narrated by his teacher, Mr. Guaro, and I will donate these 5 books to you to give to your students, to serve as an inspiration, to tell and remind them that if Abdou can do it, they can do it too. Abdou's poetry reminds us that greatness blooms not in easy places, but in the stubborn soil of adversity. Because we heard what Mr. Boaro said when he asked Abdou's father, when Abdou's father asked him rather, what about the feeding? And he was like, Allah will take charge. And indeed he did. So I call on you all to dare greatly, dream wildly, and serve selflessly, because your leadership is not just about you. It is about doors you will open for those yet to come, and it is about the blind bridges you will build for generations to cross safely into destiny. This evening, from this sacred place, let a movement rise, a movement of fearless leaders, a movement of unbreakable builders, a movement of radical dreamers, but a movement of history makers, not for you, but for the general populace. To Abdou Komma, the perpetual poet, I'll call him the multi-talented writer, because Abdou's passion is just amazing and inspiring. Tonight, you do more than launch a book. You launch a beacon, a light that will travel farther than you can imagine. The blind bridges of love, you remind us that even in our most uncertain steps, love and courage can build paths where none seems to exist. You have dared to put your heart on paper. You have dared to speak truth in a world where often rewards silence. You have dared to believe that your words can heal, build, and inspire. And you were right, because I am inspired. Are you inspired? Yes. May you always write with the fire of your convictions, Abdou. May you always speak even when it feels the world isn't listening, because someone is. Someone somewhere desperately needs the voice. May your words continue to break chains, to open hearts, to build blind bridges that generations will cross long after tonight. You are not just a poet. You are a builder of dreams, a sower of hope, and a voice for the voiceless. Abdou, keep writing, keep building, keep believing, keep inspiring, because I am inspired. The world needs you more than ever. Hearty congratulations to you, and I can assure you, with the kind of passion you exhibited, as said by Director Sister, the best is yet to come. On a final note, I strongly believe the gathering is garnished with vastly experienced people. But permit me to leave these takeaways with you, with us all, including myself. If your dreams do not terrify you, they are too small. If your leadership does not lift others, it is not leadership at all. So let us rise. Let us build blind bridges of love. Let us lead with courage. Let us leave footprints deep enough that generations will find them and follow with pride. Ndai Fatima Jame, you're a young person and you inspire me and a lot of other women who are working so hard. May we be the light that darkness fears. May we be the leaders that the world needs. And may we always, always dare to build, even when we cannot see the end. For in this we inspire new generations of young leaders. Some may be thinking, why is she praying? I am praying because we may wish tonight, but tomorrow when we get into those leadership roles, things may change. So we need Allah's guidance to be able to lead and serve to the best interest of the people we serve. Thank you all.
We are busy moving and in Africa. The people who is compromised, advertised, and actualized.
jërëjëf liggéey bi set na.
Chiriwa Achebe said, if you want and you seek for life, you will never fail to find. Difficulties are made, and indeed they will exist. But through overcoming them that we grow stronger. Esteemed guests, fellow dreamers, I am currently overwhelmed right now. That's why you see I am not even holding a paper with me. A dream without a goal is just a dream. Like Joseph wasn't inside. I am here today not because I am the most intelligent, like I always say to my friends, but because I am part of the most consistent. This journey would have been difficult without my mother on me, who gave birth to me, nurtured me, and always tells me things to do the right thing. He succumbed to all my needs and necessities in life. So today you will not hear who is Abdou Komma, the author of the Blind Bridges of Love, if not Mariama Singare. I send my sincere appreciation to my mother for born a child today who is impacting so many lives. And to my dad, Abdou Komma, thank you so very much for always motivating me in trying times, for telling me, yes, you can do it, even though it's tough. We are all from roots, and we need to respect our roots, and our fathers and our mothers play a pivotal role in our development. Of course, I will fail in my responsibility if I fail to recognize the presence of wonderful guest speakers, special guests. If I start naming names, I will be here the whole night. But I appreciate you coming to witness the beauty of literature and of course to support young people in the arena of literature, of course. And of course, the audience, my classmates, my university postmates for coming here today. Yes, of course, I am the boy from the trenches of Basanding, now climbing in the climax, changing lives. But I know my story can resonate to your story because we are all from villages at the end of the day. Nobody's from a town here. So this celebration is not like, it's not a testament that you can break barriers, but it's a testament that where you come from as a man does not define your destination. If you are from a small village here today, you are really looking at me or listening to my speech. If you want to be a writer or you want to be a leader or whatever you want to be, whatever area of discipline, your village does not define who you are. It's your aspiration, your potentials, the efforts you put in to bring about change. And now I will quote from Denzel Washington, or Charles Darwin, rather. He said, "It's not the strongest that survives in society, not the most fittest, but the one that is most responsive to change." You don't need to be strong to survive. You don't need to be fit to survive, but you need to be responsive to change. That's very important. Today, if I am not responsive to change, I will not be here talking to you. Persuading my dreams, saying, yes, I am the author of The Blind Bridges of Love. Of course, it comes with challenges. It comes with hurdles, sleepless nights, just trying to bring about change. Like we say, we writers in this country, we're not doing anything for money. Most writers, what we do, we write to impact lives. There's no writer in this country who's rich through literature. But we've seen writing is a significant pillar to our development. Every country today that develops, if they tell you, or if you research history, they will tell you we use writing, we use poets to talk about ills and misconduct, and of course to outline solutions. I want to send a very sincere appreciation, gratitude to my prestigious team. They have been very supportive. Like I said, I want to front load the thank yous, but then they're too much. The support, because without the support, the financial support, this event will not be in place. Mama Kande for giving me the venue for free. Thank you for empowering young people. Joro Skills Academy, thank you so very much for really investing. Support our own Gambian Foundation, a home of hope and optimism. My able coach, Usman Manjang, who have been very vital to my survival. He's the man, whenever I'm doing something, I need to call him. I said, I want to do this, please. Can I do this? He's a very fundamental man who is into the affairs of youth. So if you don't recognize Usman Manjang, he's not in the Gambia, but he do all it takes just to see the young people of this country push their dreams and aspire to have the change they desired. Usman Manjang is a great legendary figure and he deserves to be recognized. Thank you for inspiring me. I am inspired, of course, just like maybe some of you are inspired. Now, I want to tell you that challenges are very normal, that we will all face challenges. But challenges will make us strong. It's to not make us lazy. Challenges, in fact, without challenges, you cannot be able to know how to thrive, how to travel, if you have the success you are yearning for. Because it teaches you lessons, moral lessons in the process. Every writer have a challenge, and every writer have the uniqueness to explain the challenge he or she faced. But one thing I can tell you that we've all said identical challenge, which is the problem of what? Sometimes we get stuck as a writer. That is a personal development. You get stuck at some point. Every writer will tell you, when I start writing, sometimes I get stuck and along the way. But what makes you push through? Many people have ideas here, but they don't have the time to sit down and write it. So having the time alone, sitting down and jotting points, ills and misconduct in society is alone a very massive thing, because not everybody can start for 1 hour, 2 hours to think, because writers are critical thinkers. George Orwell said, if you cannot write well, then you cannot think well. And if you cannot think well, people will think for you. And you don't expect to spend 12 good years in school and still people are thinking for you. You must be independent thinkers for us to bring about change, that innovation we were talking about. Today, I stand here today. It's a testament of resilience, dedication, and commitment. There's always something said, without commitment, you can never start. But without consistency, you can never finish. But I use the word consistency. This is why I am here. Dr. Barry Fabi, as the most young man who normally does, I'm very, very in for marketing and all that, because I feel like literature in this country is not supported. So the only way we can push the agenda is to always be posting these things. Posting. And the way you try to reward, to post the agenda of what you're doing. I believe that writing can change lives. But if you're doing it in silence, your impact will be very, very minimal. That is very, very important. So we have to understand that writing is a pillar that we can use to bring about change. My speech will not be very much lengthy. And this one goes to people that are struggling in their lives. There are many people today who feel very stuck. There are people today that cannot see. There are people today who want to walk, but they cannot walk. Like I said, I use the word the blind bridges of love. Giving them blinds doesn't mean they are incapable people. They are capable people. Mr. Baba Sise, day before yesterday, I went to GRTS. I need to front load my thank you to Mr. Baba. He's a very fundamental man, doing massively to see young people in the global platform. He always gives me the platform. He always gives me the platform to talk about my journey as a poet and, of course, and a writer. So the journey of science students in literature, I know today science students will be inspired, but please, if you're an art student or commerce student, I don't mean any harm. But my venture in the literary space is telling me I'm not seeing science students in this country venturing into literature. And that is a big concern to me, because science and literature are fundamental things that we can connect to bring about change. We have not seen, before we have science students who are writers, they're repeaters, or no. But after him, how many writers do we have who are science students? We cannot remember them. So my journey is a testament that if I, Abdou Komma, coming from the trenches of Basending, can come here in the global stage and and people are recognizing my efforts. You from Tamfakunda can also do it. You from Gerba Kunda can also do it. You from Sabu Sri can also do it. So young people, let's wake up and push our dreams. Nobody will do it for us. This is our country. This is our home. This is our society. We have to stop the culture of talking too much and act with pragmatism to bring about change. We blame a lot as young people. But the question is, what are we doing in our personal ways to bring about change? Like they said, every young man have a role in development. Every young man have a role in development. And that's what I'm doing today. To write, to impact lives, to tell people, yes, it's possible. Literature can change lives. Literature can bring about change. And this is what I'm doing. And if I can do it, you can also do it. If somebody from the trenches, like called Hamlets, can do it, you can also do it. So this message goes to young people. And you can never achieve it if you dream it, and you are working towards it. You have to work, dream, and get it done. How do you get it done? That is a question. Our society has a lot of misconducts, problems, and the young people, we have a caterpillar stone to change that milestone, that problems. In one of my poems, I said, the prison society, the elder is not seen. The elder is not seen. Young people are doing the disdains. against their own parents. Yeah, and you expect a prosperous society where young people are not disciplined towards their elders. Before you realize that, I told you, young people don't stand in front of their elders and confront them with certain things. Now we have lost that values. This is why we are going in the wrong section. And unless we realize our roots, like a river that forgets its source will soon dry. We have to know where we come from. And our cultures play a pivotal role in this. This is why I involve culture in the blind bridges of love, where culture disconnects a blind man, a blind woman, and a herbalist from getting married. Sometimes cultures play a pivotal role in disconnecting people. But also, we need to understand that we came from that culture. There are certain values in the culture. If we said we will live in oblivion, our society can never thrive. And today, literature can only thrive when we reflect back to our cultures. History will repeat itself, will continue repeating itself. We have to write about African problems. We have to write about African issues. We need to reflect back to where we came from. There's a lot of writers today who write, we capture the Western world, which is a big problem. The Western world cannot drive innovation and development in your country, in your society. Write about your society. Write about your home. Write about misconducts. But if you write, also outline solutions. Write as we write, but we outline solutions. That is very, very important. So I want to send a very powerful message today. That we see young people everywhere in the country. We are trying, but let's keep pushing more. Let's then get succumb to the influence that will destroy our lives. Let's then get influence that will destroy our lives. We are the future leaders of this country. That's very, very true. But what type of history are we going to read to our children? What kind of history are we going to say? This is what we did in our country. That is very important. Posterity will judge. So let's plant a good seed. Not for you, but for the children that are yet to be born. Literature plays a pivotal role. So I will set small lights on the blind bridges of love. Like I told you, I try to outline 3 important pillars. Like you see, like I told you, most African writers don't capture where they came from. We need to write about our issues. This is why the blind bridges of love is centered more on the theme of African society. The perils of disunity, autonomy, which is very important, freedom, resilience in your difficult times, commitment before you start, and consistency before you finished. Unity is very important. Without unity, nobody can be here. So it advocates that society can thrive, but through inclusivity, through everyone to participate. We don't expect one individual to bring about change. Michael Jordan said that talent can win a game, but teamwork wins championship. So let's work as a team. I hope that my story, a boy from the trenches of Basending today in the global stage, if he can do it, you can also do it. If he can thrive, you can also thrive. If he can survive all these problems, all these challenges, you can also survive. So you are your only limitation. Your mindset is what will boost you to the next world. Like the saying goes, like the world is moving, it's evolving. It's evolving. But this message now goes to us, the young people. Let's be very, very careful on how we do things. Force can never solve any problem. Eviction can never solve any problem. But dialogue can solve a problem. To listen can solve problems. Good leaders are good listeners. And they don't act on emotions. So let's be careful on how we do things. Let's be very, very careful on how we approach situations and problems. It's very, very important. I will not spend more time. Let me now let my family works. Usman Jeng is a great man. This man is the one that edited The Blind Bridges of Love. You know, as Gambians, we need to know our great people. It's very sad. A lot of great people in this country, people don't know them. Usman Jeng edited this Blind Bridges of Love for over 2 months. If you see today, the work is being published in 14 international websites, in Everand, in Apple Store, in a lot of platforms. It's because of Usman Jeng. So let's please give him a round of applause. So that being the nutshell, I will leave it at that. I will leave you with only two maybe quotes. That we can survive and we will survive. But we can only survive when we thrive on what is appropriate. You will want to bring about change, but your approach to bring about change, when it is rough, nobody will see you as somebody who is bringing about change. Keep dreaming, keep working, and at some point, you will make a breakthrough. I'm a Bojan Sisao, Director of Press and Public Relations Office, Mr. Barry, Mr. Kande for giving me this venue. I think I mentioned him. I'm over here right now. Mr. Boaro, he's the man who molded Abdou Komma from a science student to a poet and a writer. He was motivated me. He said everything. Sometimes I would say, Mr. Boaro, I want to stop writing. He said, Komma, you can still do it. He pushed me to the wall. Thank you for doing that. May God bless abundantly. Mr. Baba, thank you for giving me the platform. Always on chapters. Like everybody said, if they want like yes, you want to use Abdou Komma as maybe an ambassador and all that. Thank you so much, Bindanjai, for coming. You really inspired me. Thank you so very much. Mr. CGO of Africell, Mr. Sise, thank you so very much for the credit. VM Traore, thank you so very much, brother, for always showing when I needed you. Mom Esture, she's the one who provide all this food. Thank you so very much for doing that. Aramamba, the CEO of Aramamba, thank you so very much for being here for me. He's the one who provide all these drinks. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Jojo Escoli, Fatu Camera, is this outfit you saw he is seen here, this prestigious one. She left Senegal at Dakar, all the way from Dakar. She never attended book lunch. This is her first time. So I need to thank her so very much. Thank you for, she don't like people saying good things when she do. But we need to do that. Great people have to be recognized. Thank you all for coming here today, my friends and family. Let's continue dreaming. Let's continue working so very hard. And Auntie Tida, thank you so very much, the mother of the night, for providing me with that wonderful outfit. Nalla Kunta, thank you so very much for giving me the courage. And my sister Fatou Aisa, Albe, thank you so very much. Lonely Prismeto, Alaba Kabate. The organizing committee. I mentioned you, right? I mentioned them. I said my team, right? Yes. See, they're hitting me on the ground, you know. They have been doing a wonderful job. So we have to recognize them. Once again, thank you, my organizing team, for day and night working with me. Fine TV, thank you so very much for showing down it. Jarvis, thank you. Support our own Gambian Foundation, thank you so very much. Albi ala baraka. May God bless you all. And please, this is not going to be my final book, inshallah. I promise to be doing this consistently, if God grace. Thank you so very much. Ajin Dodo, thank you so very much. She is my lady. She will have with me here today. Thank you so very much for being here for me.
Once again, it's a beautiful day to see the beautiful faces from different angles, different environments, and different environments. Today, I just want to acknowledge the beauty of writing that our brother Abdou Komma have did. First of all, I would love to put this across, that love bridges even when we cannot see. Ladies and gentlemen, today we gather not just to launch a book, but to awaken a truth that this world is so easy to forget. Love is the bridge even when we cannot see the other side. The Blind Bridges of Love is more than a story written by Abdou Komma. It is a mirror, a message, and a moment. It reminds us that the strongest connections are not always built by logic or appearance or clarity. On that note, it has been successful being launched here today, and I thank each and everyone that came to show love to Abdou Komma. Once again, I am proud to see each and everyone here, and then I'm proud to be part of the people that make it happen alongside with you. Thank you for your love once again. Bye-bye. And then we also have a present on behalf of the team. I would like to invite Komma.
Why? Why am I different from other kids? What crime did I commit that made you deprive me from receiving a father's love? Do you ever wonder that about the life you left behind? Do you think of me, the child you once knew, and wonder who I've become? Do you ever wonder about how my life sounds like, or if I still have the same songs that you used to sing to me? When you see kids running to their fathers, do you think of me and the time I waited for you to come back? Do you ever regret walking away, or has it been too long that you've forgotten what you've left behind? While other kids laughed and ran, I sat down alone wondering how it felt like to be included. While other kids wished for toys, I wished for my father's hug. I wish to hear him call my innocent name, waking me from this terrible dream of not having him in my life. But my wishes felt like that of a dead soul wanting to come back to life. As young and innocent that I was, I felt trapped in a cage that had no exit, filled with darkness and sorrow. I didn't want much, just a hand to hold, a voice that wouldn't hurt. But as a child, I learned how to not make loneliness my home. They say a girl needs her father, but my father didn't need me. He preferred his idea of life over the one that God gave him. I don't blame him, though he felt trapped and he couldn't grow because of my mother's need for control. She tried to love me and didn't know how, but he is the one who left me as a child. It's true what they say, I did need my father, but my father didn't need a daughter. Thank you.
Forward.
Please.
Yeah. No, come over. Okay. After, can I invite Ma? Please unveil this for us. Everybody step forward, please. After the count of 3. 2, 3, 4. Oh.
We start from 10.
We start from 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry.
Thank you.
This is for Abdou Komma. He deserved it since he wrote this book. Can we please put your hands together for him? Put your hands together for him, please. Thank you. Ma, before we say goodbye, can we have every one of you at least to bless the book? Because since it's cake, everybody put your hands together along Abdou Komma. My hand. Your hands should go. Everybody should hold a hand, please.
Let's go.
After the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wait. Another one. 1, 2, 3. Wait. Once again, congratulations.
Thank you so
We are
much.
proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I love you.
Thank you so